Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins discussion video. I'm not sure how much of a discussion this video is going to be. I think I'm in the minority on this one, but Sam Dyson is not a bad pitcher. He will be okay. I'm going to explain why. I know that on Twitter, people have absolutely been falling apart because they're watching Sam Dyson blow games for the Twins, or at least create scarier situations for the Twins that they have to pitch themselves out of and stuff like that. So, like I said, I might be in the minority on this. We could definitely have a discussion about it, but hear me out. I want you guys to at least understand maybe where I'm coming from. But you know what? We're going to go through it, of course. So here we go. I'm going to be breaking down everything that has to do with Sam Dyson this season with the Twins, every situation he's been in and all that. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it, starting with the Marlins game yesterday. At the time of this recording, Marlins played yesterday against the Twins, and they beat the Twins 5-4 in 12 innings. Sam Dyson gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning that allowed the Marlins to score and tie things up, and then they walked it off in the 12th inning, as you might know. So we're going to break it down. But first, we need to know why he's pitching in this game. Who knows why Baldelli put him in this game? Now, I'm not going to blame Baldelli for putting Dyson in. Okay, I kind of am. He should not have put him in. I'll explain that in 1 second. But also, what is Dyson supposed to do? This is how I imagine it going. He got there in the middle of the game in the 3rd inning. Okay, so he shows up off the train, off the bus, Uber, whatever he's taking. Shows up during the middle of the game. I mean, he showed up in the 3rd inning. It's a 1-1 ball game right now. And Sam Dyson comes in and says, "Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? I'm Sam Dyson. Let's win some ball games," right? I mean, Castro, he could be likely. Let's go back to the 3rd inning just a second. I want to see if he's batting during this inning. He's not. Okay, it was the top of the lineup, but I mean, for goodness sakes, Castro could have been out on the freaking field right there, and all of a sudden Sam Dyson comes in and says, "Okay, coach, I'm ready to go." And the catcher who is going to be receiving the throws from this pitcher has not even seen the guy yet, and he comes in the 3rd inning, and what's he supposed to do? Right? Tell Baldelli, "No, I don't want to pitch today"? That's not how it works, right? So Baldelli goes up to him and says, "Hey, you're pitching today. We want to see how you do. We're up by 4 or 3 runs, whatever it is. You're going to go out there and pitch." He's like, okay. He's not going to turn it down, right? So I blame Baldelli for putting him in the game because I'm going to go through a very accurate representation here in a second. But also, I'm blaming Dyson because while Dyson probably shouldn't have even been in this situation yesterday, when he was put in the situation, he should have got outs. I think that's very reasonable, even regardless of, jet lag, being tired, facing the Marlins. I don't know what the situation is, but he should have gotten outs. I think that's very, that's what a pitcher's job is to do, is to get outs to allow your team to get to bat. And he did not do that. He did not do that at all yesterday. In fact, he did not record 1 out. So this is what I'm saying. Now, we're going to go through a very accurate representation here using my bobbleheads. This guy is Joe Mauer from back in the early 2010 days, back in 2013. He represents the Giants in San Francisco. If you want to even go to this guy up here, he represents, this side represents the Pacific Ocean and San Francisco. Trevor Hoffman down there, right here, he represents Miami. Now, this is what Sam Dyson had to do yesterday. He went from here to there in 1 day. Now, why is he pitching in that game? Who knows? He went 3,000 miles. I think it's 3,000 miles. I guess I'm not quite sure what the width of the United States is, but 3,000 miles, 4-hour time change forward. It's not like he gained those hours back. Forward, joined in the middle of the game, and then had to pitch in a save situation. This is what really gets me. Why is he pitching in a save situation? This game, like tonight, wasn't 11-6. It wasn't a blown open game. It was a tight game. That is a save situation for a reason. I mean, the guys who are closers get money for a reason because they do their job well in very high pressure situations. Now, I get 3 runs might not be the highest, pressure situation. I mean, Rodgers having to come in afterwards is obviously a more pressure situation, even though that's not considered a save because the save is kind of weird, but that's not the point. The point is he had to come in a closer game than I'm sure the Twins wanted to, but a closer game than maybe they would have thought, 4-1, and he blows it. Let's go through the at-bats here. This is what really got him. He walks the first guy. He walked 7 guys total for his last 45, 50 games with the Giants this season. I think that threw him off. You know, you're already delayed on a jet lag flight, 4 hours, and now you walk your first guy. Now you got guys on base. You got to work out of the stretch. You got to do all this. And then all of a sudden you give up a first pitch single. And it's like, okay, now what do? You give up a double. So there you go. It's back to back to back bad things that happen. Of course, what happens then? You get flustered, right? I mean, you walk the first guy. You don't walk guys all year. That's a problem already. So you got to pitch from the stretch. You got to work on whatever you're doing. And you give up a single first pitch. You know why? Because he leaves too many balls up in the zone. And again, that could just be jet lag. It could be his arm's tired. It could be his arm is too good. Who knows? But his sinker, which is supposed to go like this, you know, whoop, boom, cut off the table, or drop off this way. I guess it would drop off to this way to a righty. But that is what's not been working for him. You saw it tonight too, and we'll go through that here. But you saw that tonight. So many balls were up in the zone. And what do you do when you get a belt high fastball, sinker, whatever, 83 miles an hour, 93 miles an hour, I should say? He's not going to blow anybody away with it, right? So he gives up a single, gives up a double, and then bases loaded, right? I mean, or I guess it's not bases loaded, my bad. It's second and third. What does he do? He walks the next guy. That loads the bases. So, you know, you're already in such a flustered situation, I guess, from walking the first guy. He goes through a couple more batters, walks the last guy. Of course, that he's done at that point, but you've already walked 2 guys in 4 batters that you don't walk all season. That's problem number 1. Again, it's because he left too many pitches up, and that's why he really struggled in this game. Now, again, I'm not putting the full blame on him because Baldelli shouldn't have even put him in there in the first place. But let's go to tonight's game. I really want to talk about tonight's game because this is what interests me the most, is because so many people were just saying, yep, he sucks, he sucks, he sucks, he sucks, he sucks. I mean, that's all Twitter was while he was out there for the 8th inning. But here's the thing. He shouldn't have been out there for the first day. Again, that's not really his fault. If he wasn't out there for the first inning, you know, how many pitches did he throw in that Marlins game? He threw, let's go to the box score, he threw a total of 14 pitches. Now, that might not be a lot, but for a closer, that is, you know, that's a day or two's work right there. So he comes back out second day in a row, of course, to get redemption, but he's at home, his first start at home, or his first outing at home. Again, the nerves are probably there on a good Twins team with a big crowd, and that's no excuse, of course, but what does he do? So how many pitches did he throw first? He threw another 24 pitches tonight. That is close to 40 pitches. There we go. I can do math. Close to 40 pitches over 2 nights. How can you expect him to do well night after night if you're making him pitch 40 pitches as a closer? I mean, not that he was a closer, but again, you put him in a save role in the Miami game when he shouldn't have pitched, when he's got 2 saves all year with the Giants, and then you put him back out there for night 2 in front of a home crowd in a very, I wouldn't say close game, but a very, you know, closer game than it should have been, I think, for the most part, as we talked about last night's game review. Go check that out. But I guess it was the 7th inning. Or no, it was the 7th inning that he came in for. So let's talk about it. Was it the 7th inning? Goodness sakes, it was the 8th inning. Okay, so let's talk about this. He doubles to Soler. Soler is a good hitter, and he's leaving too many balls up, as I mentioned. Soler hits a double. Single to Cuthbert. That is another guy who gets on base. Again, you're already flustered with the guy who hits a double, a good hitter. Then you give up a single. Now, you break a guy's bat. That's really good. This is the 3rd guy of the inning, Bubba Starling. Breaks the guy's bat. You get your defense involved, and what do? They throw it away. That is on Miguel Sano. 100%, because 2 runs come across the score. It is 11-8 now. Save situation. It's 11-8, and you've you let your defense get outs, and they can't. So what do? You get flustered again, and what are you supposed to? I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do at this point, because now you've got a guy in scoring position again. Your team has just made an error. Do you trust that, going back to them allowing your defense to work? I wouldn't. So he gets the next guy, right? High sinker, two-seamer, whatever it is. Inside, maybe was a strike, maybe it wasn't. He got the call. That's his first out. Okay, so maybe he settles down. That's exactly what he did. He settled down, got the next guy out. Shortstop, Polanco throws it to first base. He gets the guy. Bubba Starling goes to third base. Again, he settled in after the out. What happens next? A little chopper right up the middle. How many times have you seen the Twins shift this year with a guy up the middle, especially with 2 outs? I mean, it's almost every single game. I don't know why they weren't shifted here, but maybe, of course, it's on the batter. It might be on the pitcher. That's what I'm getting at here, is they probably don't have enough data on Sam Dyson since he pitched in the NL with the Giants. They don't see them very often, about how he pitches to his tendencies. I mean, they just got him, right? So they're looking over all this data that he's pitching with. He gets up a single right up the middle. Again, maybe the guy just doesn't hit up the middle. It seems as if the Twins have always put a guy there, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense to me. And of course, now he gave up the 2 runs already, gives up that 3rd run, he's done. To me, that's not a bad outing, because if you don't give up the error, 2 runs don't score, and let's just say the same situation plays out, right? So you get the out with Miguel Sano. Then he strikes the guy out. Then he gets the ground out. Nobody scores. Inning over. You're done. Maybe 1 run scores on the ground out. I don't know. That's not the point. The point is that error cost us 2 runs. That spiraled things out of control, and that's why Dyson struggled tonight. Because of that error, he didn't trust his defense. And of course, I wouldn't either. When you're already struggling as a pitcher, you try to get outs. He's not a guy who's going to strike out everybody. He has a good strikeout to walk ratio because he doesn't walk anybody. He lets his defense work. The Giants have had a good defense this year. The Twins have not, especially of late with all their errors. I would not trust them. And of course, yes, it is on him that he's throwing the ball up in the zone and they're hitting it. But when they do hit it and their defense doesn't get them outs, what is he supposed to do? Take it into his own hands, I guess, right? But, you know, if Miguel Sano makes that play, he gets the strikeout, he gets the ground out, innings over, no runs score, it's still 11-6. That's what I'm saying. The first night, it was, Rocco Baldelli putting him in there for some dumb reason. Tonight, it's errors. It's not that he hasn't pitched great. Yes, he has given up hits. I'm not saying that he hasn't. Yes, he has struggled when those guys get hits and, getting that next out. That is important. But when he tries to get that out, no walks tonight, right? When he tries to get that out and his team makes errors, runs score, and it looks bad on him. Again, I don't know why all 3 of those errors were considered earned runs. I think at least one of them shouldn't have been, considering the guy scored on the error, right? But it doesn't make sense to me how that was officially scored, at least. So that's my point I'm trying to make, that, it was Baldelli's dumb decision to put him out there in the first place and the error that really messed him up tonight. That's why he's given up 6 runs. It's not necessarily that he isn't doing good. It's that his defense hasn't been working, and when he gives up the hit, he can't get the next out. And when he tries to get the next out, they don't work for him. So that's what I'm going to say on that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. I hope this gives you at least a little bit of light on what I'm thinking about his situation. Maybe, I don't know. But I do want to know what you guys think about Dyson. Honestly, I mean, I think you got to give him a couple more chances. We're not going to just DFA him like everybody wants. That's just a dumb decision. But I want to know what you guys think. We can have more of a discussion if I missed anything down in the comments below. I'd be happy to have that. That's why I enjoy doing these videos. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the videos above my head if you missed them. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.